The 5 core skills behind every SAT text analysis question. When students hear the phrase text analysis, they often think it means simply reading a passage and answering questions. But the SAT is testing something much deeper. Text analysis questions measure your ability to understand what a passage says, recognize how ideas work together, and choose the answer that is most accurately supported by the text. To master these questions, you need to develop 5 core skills. Think of these skills as levels. Each skill builds on the one before it. Let's take a look at each one. The first and most important skill is comprehension. This means understanding what the passage actually says. Before you can analyze a passage, you need to understand its basic meaning. Ask yourself, what does the passage actually say? This is your foundation. Identify the main idea, follow the author's argument, understand important words in context, and notice the key facts. Before you can analyze a passage, you have to understand it. For example, if a passage says, the researcher collected data from 500 participants over 6 months. Strong comprehension means you understand exactly what happened. You know who collected the data, how many people participated, and how long the research lasted. This basic understanding creates the foundation for every other skill. The second skill is inference. Inference means determining what must be true based on the evidence, even if the author does not directly state it. Here, ask, what must be true based on the evidence? The answer may not be stated directly. Instead, you connect clues from the passage to reach a logical conclusion. Remember, an inference is supported by evidence. It is not a guess. For example, imagine a passage says, despite the storm warnings, the festival continued as planned, though attendance was notably sparse. The author never directly says that bad weather caused fewer people to attend, but the evidence allows you to infer that the storm likely discouraged people from coming. A good inference is not a guess. It is a logical conclusion supported by the passage. The third skill is understanding rhetorical purpose. This means recognizing why the author included a particular sentence, example, or paragraph. Every part of a passage has a purpose. Ask, why did the author include this? A sentence might provide evidence, introduce an example, explain an idea, create a contrast, or strengthen an argument. Focus on what that part of the passage is doing, not just what it says. For example, if an author writes, consider the case of Maria, a single mother who saved $2,000 through the new program. Why include Maria's story? Not just to talk about Maria. The example makes an abstract policy benefit more concrete, relatable, and convincing for the reader. Understanding purpose helps you answer questions about why specific details appear in a passage. The fourth skill is structure awareness. Strong readers don't just understand individual sentences, they understand how the entire passage is organized. Ask, how do the ideas connect? Pay attention to how the passage develops. Does it move from a problem to a solution? Compare 2 viewpoints? Present a claim and then provide evidence? Transition words such as however, therefore, and for example can help reveal these connections. For example, a passage might begin by introducing a problem. Then it presents one solution. Next, it explains why that solution failed. Finally, it proposes a better alternative. Understanding this structure helps you follow the author's reasoning and predict where the passage is going. The final skill is precision. This is where many students lose points. The SAT often gives you answer choices that seem correct, but only one is exactly right. Ask, which answer is exactly correct? Answer choices on the SAT are designed to be tricky. Some may be almost correct, but too broad, too strong, or only partially supported. Your job is to choose the answer that is accurate, complete, and fully supported by the passage. For example, the passage says, "The study suggests a possible link between exercise and improved mood." A correct answer would say, "The study suggests a possible link between exercise and improved mood." An almost correct answer might say, "The study proves that exercise improves mood." The problem is the word proves. The passage only says suggests. A completely wrong answer might say, "The study shows exercise has no effect on mood." That contradicts the passage. Precision means choosing the answer that matches the text exactly. So why do these 5 skills matter together? Because they work as a hierarchy. Comprehension helps you make better inferences. Inference, purpose, and structure help you analyze the passage more deeply. And precision helps you choose the best answer. Master these 5 skills, and text analysis questions become much easier to break down and solve with confidence. In the next lessons, we will explore each of these skills individually in more detail, using examples and SAT-style practice questions to help you master each step. Keep learning with Cademics. Visit www.cademics.com for more videos, study resources, and expert tutoring. See you next time!